name's Martin Jones. I'm the CEO for Homestead for UK and international. The reason why Homestead is twofold. One, I was a carer for my dad and he had prostate cancer and I couldn't provide or find anyone to look after him. That really exposed me to how poor the social care landscape was. Long story short, unfortunately my dad passed away in 2011 and I really wanted to do something and make a difference and join a business with a vision, and hence Homestead. But I also wanted to join a business so I could use my skills, and I was a very successful retail career. I've spent some time in children's nurseries as well, so it was all about people and business, and that's why Homestead was a great opportunity and a good fit. I think there's a few things to the success of Homestead in the last 12 years, and I think a lot of it is down obviously to our network and obviously our care professionals and our key players, but what binds us all together is having that common vision of expanding the world's capacity to care, that common focus of relationship-led care, which sets us apart from our competition even to this day. So we've always been pioneers in what we do, and we're still pioneering what we do to this day. What's also a key to success is that in 2016 we sold the business to our US founders, and again we were acquired by Honor a couple of years ago. So going through two acquisitions, that makes you different as a leader and a leadership team. You have to be able to adapt to change. The network needs to be able to adapt to change and embrace it and enjoy it, and I think our network has done that, and that's shown by the way we've been able to scale. Particularly since 2016, the business went through a big transformation and scaled at pace. Hold quite a few positions outside of Homestead, as well as for the UK and international and global division, and that's really a trustee of Age UK, trustee and chair of Care Workers charity, and I'm chair and non-exec director of the Home Care Foundation, and they are all within the sector that we work within. The reason to do that is, one, to give back. I think it's really important for every leader to give back to society, to the community, and share your experience. But also, I get a lot back from the people I meet. I get a lot back from those businesses. So it's definitely a two-way street. And because I love what I do, I genuinely love what I do and the difference we make in Homestead, you find the time to give back to these other organisations, and there's always a link and there's always an opportunity for both the charity and also for Homestead, but most importantly for the charity, because there's a lot of lonely old people out there. So I joined Age UK as chair and trustee of Silverline, all about loneliness, and that's really the sweet spot of why I do what I do, of helping older people. So everything that surrounds the older person and everything that surrounds social care is really embedded in the business that I work in and also societies that I serve. I was quite honoured and quite surprised to receive the email from the Cabinet Office that I'd received an MBE for services to older people on the King's Honours List. You're very humbled when you get these things, but what that means for me in terms of it's the difference, not that I'm doing, but also, you know, actually the network is doing and the care professionals are doing to support older people. I've got a big passion to challenge and push back on this view on our ageing society, and that's why I do what I do. So to get some sort of recognition for doing that in some small way that I do, I was humbled, but we've only just started the fight, and we need to really push back on the ageism which exists within the UK and globally. We need to fight the fight for older people. You know, if I could change something about the sector tomorrow and wave a magic wand, it would really be about collaboration. It would really be about working with other sectors to bring in more innovation. And I don't just mean technology. Technology is not innovation. What I mean by innovation is we need to attract a different type of person into our sector. better, different calibre of person into our sector. We've got some great people and we've got a lot of heart. But for our sector to truly change, we need some different pioneers, we need some different entrepreneurs, we need some different innovators. And we're going to turn on its head what we've always done. Homestead has always been a pioneer, but sometimes it's hard to be a lone pioneer. So that's what I would do if I had a magic wand, and really create the sector be an exciting place to work rather than something that someone has just fell into, a destination sector. It's really important that we have a joined up plan for health and social care within the whole of the UK. And that's probably the first challenge. The whole of the UK needs to come together in the four nations and have a joined up approach. So it can't just be England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. So that's the first thing. So the four nations need to be joined up in this approach. But we also we've got a 10-year plan for the NHS. We haven't got a 10-year plan for social care. One cannot exist without the other. Social care is about prevention, and obviously NHS is about, making someone well after they've had the illness. So we all know there isn't enough care homes, there isn't enough bricks and mortar to cope with the age wave that we've got. More needs to happen in the home. To enable that to happen, health and social care needs to be joined up from the technology perspective, so we can all see the data of Mrs. Jones right from when she starts to come to be with a home care provider, homestead, right to a medical use, and really thinking about the finances and the resources following the client, not the provider. We need to turn it on its head. We need to look at commissioning, and even if it stays or not. And most of all, we need to give people choice. That's what sets Homestead apart from anybody else. We give people choice of how they want to be cared for, when they want to be cared for, and who cares for them, and how they pay for it. And that's how health and social care really needs to change. I mentioned before that I'm also blessed to be chair of Care Workers Charity. And one of the thrusts of both Homestead and the Care Workers Charity is to make care workers a profession. We need to see becoming a care worker as just as important as becoming a nurse or as a social worker. We want people to actually join our sector and think, this is something I really want to do, rather than just falling into it. And the more people we attract that actually really want to join social care and become a professional care worker, that gives us continuity, it gives them a succession plan, it gives them progression with their career. But most importantly of all, that gives our clients a better service because we're attracting a better calibre of people. And we know at the moment, recruitment and retention is always an issue. So to attract better quality people and to make them professionals and give them the time and resources they need, that will aid retention, which will aid the continuity of care for our clients, which they deserve. Really excited. I've got a great position. As I said before, I'm the CEO of UK and International for Homestead. Now, what that gives me is a great opportunity to see not only what goes on within Homestead and across our 255 locations, but also we've got 1,100 locations across 12 countries I look after. So in terms of sharing best practice, in terms of government legislation, in terms of thought leadership, in terms of PR, how we can do things together across the different countries, that's what makes the role quite unique. And most importantly of all, we're now starting to look at how we can have a Care Pro of the Year globally rather than just in the UK. So the big things in terms of business benefits, but also in terms of how we train people, how we look after people, how we make our care profession a profession of choice. What we do in Australia, we can use in the UK, and what we're doing in Germany, we can use in Australia. There ain't any other business that I'm aware of where we've got the ability to cross-share information, best practice, and thought leadership in the way that Homestead can, particularly within the role I've got. Every franchisor has a journey, and Homestead is no different. And a couple of years ago, as a team, we started to discuss our business strategy and how that needs to evolve, so how we continue to scale our business. And now we've started to look at how we do that through multi-unit ownership. We've done that over the last few years. And the reason for that, as I said, is one is down to scale. It's also down to how do you keep owners who've got one unit or office excited, invigorated, passionate about homestead. They want to expand, and they want to take what's good in that one office and use it in another office or another office, another office. So what we've done, we've expanded the way we support the multi-unit owners and the enterprise owners. We've come up with a unique blend of meetings, of support structure here, of training, but most importantly in all, they've really started to grow themselves and develop their own multi-unit framework. But coming back to the reasons why, we exist to expand the world's capacity to care. So we have to scale what we do. And that means we have to attract a different type of owner who has different capabilities, who can run multi-site. And we are quite blessed in Homestead. We've got quite a few of those owners already. That doesn't mean to say that we won't have single unit operators. Of course we will, and there'll always be a fantastic place for those owners. But we need to create a space for owners to develop and to expand and to reward the desire to enhance the business opportunities that's around the single site, and that is multi-unit. So it works for the franchisee and it works for the franchisor, and that's what it's a partnership. It's a profitable partnership. So why is a homestead franchise opportunity right for you? And there are so many different reasons for that. One, it gives you the great ability to manage your own business. Two, also the ability to make a massive difference to obviously clients in your territory, but also care professionals, and provide them a rewarding career. Three, you'd be joining a sector that is just prime in terms of opportunity and growth. You know, the ageing population is going to double over the next 40 years. And lastly, why Homestead? We are one of the best franchise brands in the UK and globally, the largest home care provider globally, and we are the best home care brand in the UK. I'm not talking about volume, I'm talking about quality and support that we give to our network. And finally, who wouldn't want to do this and make a difference and enjoy, like I do, getting out of bed every single day?